Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and right now I'd like to present my fifth Writing 2 sketch. And this one's called The Real Biggest Loser. And real could either be underlined or italicized, either or. And I presented this sketch back on February 14th of this year. And this sketch has 5 characters. Maggie Wilson, Jim Goldstein, Tommy Cervelli, Michelle Boone, and Ellen Gibson. And Maggie Wilson's 36, and as I've said in previous videos, I'm not very good at doing female voices. But with Maggie, I'll just use my normal voice. Jim Goldstein's 32, and I'll give him like a high-pitched voice. Tommy Cervelli's 38. I'll give him like another like nerdy type voice. It could be high-pitched or whatever. I'll think of something. Michelle Boone's 34. I'll try to do a female voice, but it won't be that good. And Ellen Gibson's 41, and again, you know, even because she's a female, my female voice, it won't be that good, but I'll do my best. And anyway, here's The Real Biggest Loser. And the scene starts on a stage. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Real Biggest Loser. I'm your host, Maggie Wilson, and tonight we have 4 guests, and they'll be competing for the title of The Real Biggest Loser. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our first guest, Jim Goldstein. Okay, Jim, tell us a little bit about yourself. And each person who speaks is nervous, and I'll try to fit that in with the characters.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here tonight, Maggie. My name is Jim Goldstein, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm 32 years old, and I live in my parents' basement. I work as a paperboy, and I'm a big fan of Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings. I'm also a virgin, and I haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years.
Alright, Jim, it was nice to meet you. Now here's our second guest, Tommy Cervelli. Okay, Tommy, tell us some things about yourself.
Well, Maggie, my name is Tommy Cervelli, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm 38 years old, and I live in a 2-bedroom apartment with my 65-year-old mother. My father died when I was 16, and I've been living with my mother ever since then. I'm a mailroom worker, and I'm a big fan of Star Wars and Star Trek. I've been a devoted Trekkie since I was a kid. I speak Klingon fluently, and I have seen every episode of every Star Trek TV series at least 20 times. I've had an online girlfriend for 2 years. Her name is Sandy Knight, and she lives in Denver, Colorado. She's a big-time Trekkie like myself.
Okay, Tommy. Now let's meet our third guest, Michelle Boone. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Michelle.
Well, Maggie, it's great to be here tonight. My name is Michelle Boone, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm 34 years old, and I live in my parents' attic. I work as a cashier at my local McDonald's, and I've had that job since I was 16 years old. I dropped out of high school then, and I've been working at McDonald's ever since. I'm a single mother with 4 children, and I'm also a big fan of Justin Bieber.
Alright, Michelle. Now let's meet our fourth and final guest of the night, Ellen Gibson. Tell us some things about yourself, Ellen.
Well, Maggie, it's a pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Ellen Gibson, and I'm 41 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I work as a waitress at my local diner. I'm a big fan of Dungeons & Dragons and Doctor Who. I'm also a cosplayer, and I have a huge collection of comic books in my apartment. I live upstairs from a pizza place. I also love anime, manga, and video games. I'm a big fan of music as well. I love Kenny G and Michael Bolton, and I also really like show tunes. I have a boyfriend, and his name is Mitch Peterson. He works at the Orange Julius in the mall that's close to my apartment.
Okay, Ellen, now that we finally met our 4 guests for tonight's show, I'll ask each of them several of the same questions, and from there, I'll determine who the real biggest loser is. Okay, here's the first question. How many Facebook friends do each of you have?
134,
228,
195,
347. Alright, everybody. Here's the second question. How many Twitter followers do each of you have?
96,
118,
157,
204. Okay, now here's the third question. As of now, how many people have blocked you on Facebook, Twitter, and on other social media websites?
20,
13,
9,
6. Alright, here's the fourth question. How many sporting events have you attended in your life?
17,
24,
28,
32. Okay, now here's the fifth and final question. How many times have you had sex in your life?
0,
3,
9.
14. Alright, thanks everyone. Based on all those answers, I'd have to say that the real biggest loser for tonight's episode is Jim. He has the fewest amount of Facebook friends and Twitter followers among the four of you. He's also been blocked more than anyone else. Jim has been to less sporting events than anyone, and he's had sex fewer times than any of the others. Even though he's the youngest of our four guests, he's still the real biggest loser. Congratulations, Jim.
Thanks, Maggie.
Okay, that's all the time that we have tonight. Tune in next week when four new guests will be competing for the title of the real biggest loser. And then that's the end of the sketch. And anyway, I have 2 more videos to present today, and anyway, stay tuned for those.